Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning, students. This is Sunita Gladys Kanaka from Punvidyashram. Today, we are going to learn a new lesson, The Song from Heaven, Part 1. This is a factual story, the birth of the most famous Christmas carol, Silent Night, Holy Night. Are you ready to learn? The characters in this story are Father Joseph Moore, a peasant woman, Frank Xavier Gerber, the music teacher, the organ builder, the Strater siblings, Caroline, Joseph, Andrea, and Amalie, the Director General of Music in the Kingdom of Saxony, and the King and Queen of Saxony. The Song from Heaven, Introduction. In a small village in Austria, a priest was inspired to write a simple Christmas poem. The poem became a song, and the song became a carol, and eventually spread all over the world. Read about how a few lines penned with devotion brought joy to millions of people and became the most famous Christmas song in the world. Let me start the lesson. Father Joseph Moore sat in his study preparing for the special Christmas service. The year was 1818, and on this Christmas Eve, the air was particularly festive. Festive means joyous. Father Moore opened his Bible to prepare his sermon. Sermon is the message given by the priest, and read about that special night when an extraordinary baby was born to ordinary parents in a little manger. Here, on 24th December 1818, Father Joseph Moore was reading the Bible and working on a sermon to be delivered on the midnight Christmas service. He read chapter after chapter and had come to the story of the birth of Jesus Christ to ordinary parents in a little manger. Manger means cattle shed. Just as he had finished reading the story, he heard a knock. A peasant woman stood at the door. "What can I do for you?" Father Moore asked. "It's not for me, Father," said the woman, "but for a baby born a while ago to some peasants. The parents are keen that you see the child and bless it, Father. I have come to take you there." Father Moore was taken by surprise. Surely it could not be a coincidence that he received news of this baby just when he was reading about the birth of Christ. "Of course," Father Moore said to the woman. Here, just as he had finished reading the story of Jesus Christ, someone knocked on his door. He got up and opened the door. A peasant woman was standing at the door. Father Moore asked her what she wanted. She said that a child was born earlier that day to some villagers. The poor parents wanted the priest to come and bless the infant, the newborn baby. Father Moore was surprised to hear this because he had read about the birth of Jesus to ordinary parents, and he went along with the lady. When Father Moore reached the peasant's hut, he saw the young mother cradling her infant lovingly. "What a blessed day this is, Father," said the mother, smiling down happily at her baby. Father Moore nodded and said a silent prayer for the infant. Here, when Father Moore reached the peasant's hut, he could see a young mother with a baby sleeping peacefully in her arms. Father Moore gave them all his blessings and he prayed for the infant and left. On his way back home, Father Moore kept replaying the events of the evening in his mind. He couldn't forget the scene of the infant lying in its mother's arms. All around him, preparations were underway for the midnight mass as the village celebrated the birth of Christ. Here, he felt strange on his way back home. He felt that the Christmas miracle had just happened before his eyes. For him, a true Christmas miracle had come to pass. Later that night, Father Moore decided to write down what had happened in his diary. As he started writing, the words seemed to have a will of their own. Quite naturally, his lines flowed into beautiful verses. When he finally stopped, Father Moore found out that he had composed a poem. Here, after the service, late night, he decided to write down all the incidents that had happened. Father Moore found out that he had written a poem. The next morning, on Christmas Day, the music teacher of the village school, Frank Xavier Gruber, came to visit Father Moore. When he read the poem, he took out his guitar and composed a tune to match the words. The poem thus transformed into a lovely song. Here, the next day, that is on 25th December, Christmas Day, Frank Xavier, the music teacher of the village, came to see Father Moore. When he read the poem, he took out his guitar and composed a tune for the poem. It transformed into a lovely song. Father Moore and Franz Gruber decided to sing the song at church. They sang to the accompaniment of Franz Gruber's guitar as the church organ was out of order. The congregation, that is the gathering, at the church loved the new song. They hummed along and were deeply moved by the words. The song had begun to spread its magic. Here, Father Moore and the music teacher Franz Gruber decided to sing the song at the church. They played the guitar as the church organ was out of order. The people gathered in the church, that is, congregation, hummed along with them as the song had some magic in it. A few days later, an organ builder from another village came to repair the church organ. "It's fine now," he told Franz Gruber. "Please play a tune and check." Franz Gruber began to play the new song. The organ builder stood rapt with awe. With awe means deep respect. As the musical notes washed over him, his heart filled with joy. Here, after a few days, an organ builder from another village came to repair the church organ. After repairing, he asked Franz to check the organ. Franz played the new song. The organ builder liked the song very much. "I have never heard this song before. Can I learn it?" asked the organ builder. "My friends and neighbors would love to hear it." Franz Gruber agreed. And that is how the song took its first step outside the tiny village where it was born. The organ builder gathered the children of his village and taught them the song. They called it Song from Heaven, and soon it became popular in several neighboring villages as well. Here, the organ builder said he wanted to learn the song so that he could play it for his friends and neighbors. Thus, the song took its first step outside the tiny village. He taught the song to the children in his village, and they called it Song from Heaven. Soon it spread to the other villages. In time, the song reached the lips of the most wonderful singers, the Strasser children of Zillertal Valley. Everyone agreed that the children, Caroline, Joseph, Andreas, and Amalie, sang like angels. They were often called to sing at the local events. Though little Amalie was so young that she could barely pronounce the words of the songs. Here, the Strasser children of Zillertal Valley, Caroline, Joseph, Andrea, and Amalie, they often sung for local events. They started to sing the song from heaven with their beautiful voices. Their parents were glove makers. Every year in spring, the family traveled northward to Leipzig to sell their wares at the annual trade fair. Leipzig was a large, busy city, and the children often felt lost and uncomfortable in the crowded place. That year, when they were feeling particularly homesick, Caroline Strasser suggested, I know what will lift our spirits. Let's sing. Yes, let's, agreed the others. Here, the parents of the children were glove makers. Every year at spring, the family used to travel to Leipzig to sell gloves at the trade fair. The children were feeling uncomfortable in the crowded place, so Caroline suggested to sing the song from heaven, and everyone agreed. The children stood in a corner of the street and started singing. Of course, they chose their favorite song, Song from Heaven. Soon, people stopped and gathered around the children, mesmerized by their melodious voices and the beautiful words. Once more, they cried, each time the Strasser children finished the song. Here, the Strasser children sang with their angelic voices. It fascinated the gathering. They made them sing the song from heaven many times. One elderly man in particular observed the children keenly. When they had finished, he walked up to them. What an enchanting performance! What voices, he said, shaking their hands. Thank you, sir. I am the Director General of Music in the Kingdom of Saxony. We have a concert this evening. All of you must attend. I will talk to your parents, he said. Here, an elderly man from the gathering came forward and appreciated the children. He introduced himself as the Director General of Music in the Kingdom of Saxony. He invited the children to attend the concert which was going to happen that evening. We would love to, the children exclaimed, delighted at being given this opportunity. That evening, the Strassers walked into a grand auditorium. It was filled with well-dressed gentlemen and ladies in fine gowns. They sat in a corner enjoying the music. Then, as the last notes of the final song rang out, the Director General of Music walked onto the stage. Here, the children agreed. That evening, the Strassers went into a grand auditorium filled with well-dressed gentlemen and ladies. Towards the end of the program, the Director General of Music came forward to announce, Ladies and gentlemen, he said, a short while ago, I had the privilege of listening to the finest voices that this land has ever known. I would like to invite them on stage to sing their beautiful song for our Highnesses, the King and Queen of Saxony. Please come up, the Strassers. The children turned crimson. Turn crimson means they turned red with embarrassment. The entire auditorium applauded, encouraging them along. Here, he told the audience that he was going to invite the children to sing on stage for their king and queen. He invited the Strassers. The entire auditorium encouraged them. The children were nervous as it was their first performance. Don't look at those people, little Amalie whispered to her siblings. We should just shut our eyes and imagine that we are at home singing to our friends. The children nodded in agreement. They began singing Song from Heaven, and when they had finished, you could have heard a pin drop. The stunned audience took a moment to recover from the spell of the song before they burst into a thunderous applause. Everyone got to their feet, giving the astonished children a standing ovation. Here, they encouraged each other and sang the song so beautifully. There was pin drop silence after they finished singing. Then the audience started clapping, and they gave the children a standing ovation. Just then, a uniformed man walked up to the children with a message. The King and Queen of Saxony wished to speak to them. What a moving song, the Queen said after the children had curtsied before her. We've never heard it before. Joseph cleared his throat and replied that it was a folk song. Well, you must sing it for us again, said the king. Come to the palace and sing it at the special Christmas service. Here, a uniformed man gave the children a message that the king and queen of Saxony wanted to speak to them. The king and queen said they wanted the children to sing it for them at the special Christmas service in the palace. This is how, in the Christmas of 1832, the song traveled to the Royal Saxon Court Chapel. Chapel is a place of worship, church, and enchanted the entire congregation. From there on, the song traveled around the world, capturing people's hearts wherever it went. Even though the pain and despair of World War I, Song from Heaven spread its magic. On 25th December 1914, in the middle of the war, the English and German troops decided to call a Christmas truce. Truce means a temporary stop to fighting. Soldiers of both armies sang this carol simultaneously. It was the one carol that both sides knew, connecting them in the midst of enmity and turmoil. Turmoil means violence. Here, from the palace, the song was sung throughout the world and was loved by all the people. Even in the middle of World War I, soldiers from both the English and German armies wanted peace during Christmas, and they sang the Song from Heaven together. This song joined the soldiers from both the armies. The song continues to spread its joy and peace even today. This simple song from a tiny village in Austria now resonates in the hearts of millions of people every Christmas. Resonates means resounds or echoes. Here, even today, the song gives joy and peace everywhere. It is in the hearts of millions of people during Christmas. And the song goes like this: Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. The song was originally written in German as Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. Since then, the song has been translated into more than 140 languages. The paper on which Father Moore wrote the verses in German still exists and is displayed in Salzburg Museum. In 2011, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO, declared this song an intangible cultural heritage. Here ends the beautiful lesson, The Song from Heaven. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye from Sunita Gladys Kanaka.